Hello, friends and fam, and welcome back to Fandom Frontier. I am your host, Handsome Dave, and gosh darn it, did I ever miss you? I hope you missed me, but I definitely missed you. I thought about all you guys and all you big fans of Fandom Frontier for all of these years. It's been 4 years since we last chatted, and I am so happy to be back. And as I just stated, I thought about this for 4 years. Last time you guys saw me was in 2022. Granted, some of you have seen me these last 4 years too, but I digress. I am happy to be back. I have thought about doing this, and finally, after 4 long years, I decided to pull the trigger and bring back Fandom Frontier for a brand new season. And you know what? This just feels right. Unlike Disney, I'm not going to do this till I'm 90, but I'm going to have fun doing it while I do it. So, welcome back to the new season, guys. New and improved, little different, little scaled down, and more than one way. But we were going to get all into this later. I am so happy to be here. How are you guys? I'm doing great. I have had so much happen in the last 4 years. And again, we're going to get into that, but it just feels so great to be back. We're going to go over this episode and a little bit over what we're going to do for this season. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of things I'm going to be bringing back. Well, one main one that I'm going to be bringing back, but we're going to get into that as the episode progresses. It's just so great to be back. It's not because I didn't want to do this over a long period of time. I had a lot of changes in my life, and trying to find time to do a podcast and do all the things that I was trying to do, it was really difficult. And I'm not making excuses. You guys know life happens sometimes. And unfortunately, some things change, and some things change for the better. And we're going to get into that. But as I said, issue 1, here we are. Season 1 of a brand new season of Fandom Frontier. I cannot be excited. I hope you're excited, because I'm excited. So, what can we expect from Fandom Frontier? Well, let's get into that right now. So yeah, let's address this one. What happened to Fandom Frontier? Well, as we last chatted, I had just started acting. And I was probably about 6 months in when we recorded our last 2 episodes. We actually had a full season planned for Fandom Frontier that year. Unfortunately, though, Devin and I's schedule didn't really match up, and it was really tricky to find time to film, record, edit, everything like that. And then at the same time, the pandemic was lifting. And one of the things that I love to do, and I mean love to do, is I volunteer for Comic-Cons. And honestly, I came to a crossroads. Do I start doing it again? I have a lot on my plate, especially when it comes to acting. I need to think this through. And unfortunately, that season of Fandom Frontier was a casualty of just a busy schedule. And it did. And as I said in the anniversary episode, it's a lot to edit. It was a lot to edit. And at the same time, that takes time. And I didn't have the time because, again, focusing on my acting career. I just got an agent. I was busy at the time. Pandemic was lifting. I started doing my life again. I started doing Comic-Cons. I started working with celebrities again. And you know what? At the same time, a lot of people started doing podcasts too. Now, granted, when I was doing Fandom Frontier originally, there was a lot of people doing this. And there was a lot of people doing this a lot better. And now there's a lot of people who are still doing this format and a lot better. But at the same time, this is still fun for me. And unfortunately, I just didn't have the time or, not the drive, but I couldn't really give the Fandom Frontier the attention it deserved. And I felt really bad about that. So I figured at the time, it was time just to let it rest. We weren't putting it to sleep completely. It needed a rest. And now it's had its rest. It's revitalized. We're ready to kick some ass. And I'm ready to start this over again. So the format is going to be pretty much the same. And we're going to have the same mission statement. As always, guys, these episodes are going to be fun and light. We will not be talking about anything political on here because, you know what, guys? Sorry to say this. The world's shitty enough as is right now. There, I said it. Elephants out of the room. Well, one of them. We'll get to the other one later. Yeah, it's just, we want to have fun. This world is very, very different, especially from the last time that I left off chatting with you guys. And you know what? Let's just keep things fun and light. Sometimes we do need an escape from life. And if you guys want to spend an hour or two with me once a month, I'm fine with that. Let's chill out together. Let's forget about the shit that's going on outside of our windows just for an hour or two once a month. And I'm cool with that. And let's have some laughs. Let's geek out. And you know what? Let's just have a good time, because we're here for a good time, not a long time. So, yes, that elephant in the room that I need to talk about. As you all have noticed, it is just me now. And you might be asking, well, where's Devin? Where's DJ Zevo? Unfortunately, in life, there comes a point where people do part ways. And unfortunately, Devin and I did part ways in life. I do wish him well. I really hope he is doing well. Unfortunately, him and I are no longer in contact for several reasons I won't get into on the podcast. But there just comes a point in life where you have to put your own mental health first sometimes. And it's sad because, you know, Devin and Susie and Tegan and all of them, they came into my life at a perfect time. I was going through I lost my mom. It was the beginning of the pandemic. They lived in the same building as me. It was one of those things called a perfect storm, you know. It worked out. It was beautiful. You know, we forged this friendship. It felt like family, but then over time, when the pandemic started lifting, it didn't feel like family anymore. And it just felt like I was the outsider. And again, I won't get too far into this because this is not my place to discuss someone else's struggles. But unfortunately, we did go our separate ways. And there's a lot of lessons learned here, guys. And again, I really hope that the friendships that you do have in life, you do hold on to. But at the same time, when you know it's time to move on, you guys move on. So in that same light, I do wish nothing but the best for Devin and the entire family. I hope they are doing well. I hope wherever they are, if they're watching this right now, I hope they're genuinely doing okay. I do miss them. I do love them. And I hope wherever they go in life, they do it well. So what have I been up to? Well, that's a fun thing to get into. So in 2022, as I stated, I was just starting acting. I had a few pretty big roles. I had a very busy March at that time. I appeared in like 3 or 4 different short films. And then I went to Iceland, and when I came back, things exploded. It was great. Once that pandemic lifted, I was able to really focus on my career and push forward, and it was great. It felt right. This was exactly what I wanted to do. From there, I was in a couple more films. I was in a couple more series. If you haven't seen, I did a Google commercial. It was really cool. A lot of my photos from Iceland got used, and that was a really, really cool experience. Loved every minute of that. And then from there, unfortunately, we heard rumblings through the grapevine that a strike was impending because of the use of AI. So I went and I got a big boy job. I started working. I still did acting. I appeared in Somebody Knows Something. It is a series on CTV where it's one of those murder mystery reenactment series. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're into that kind of thing. It's really, really cool. I made some really great friends that I'm still in contact with. I still work with nowadays, which is great. And yeah, I still continued with it. I focused. I now have a full career. I am now terminal supervisor over at BWC Terminals here in Hamilton. Just to say what the company does, we are a hotel for liquids. That's, in layman's terms, that's what I do. But I'm supervisor, and it's great. It's my big boy job. It allows me to keep the life that I have. Speaking of which, I have a pretty cool thing to announce. I mean, you know me, you already know, but I'm a husband now. Yeah, that changed. Once Fandom Frontier ended, I got reacquainted with somebody I've known for quite a while. I met her back in 2018, and from there, it was just perfect. Everything was just the way it was supposed to be. When they tell you all about love stories, and it's great. And we came together, and it just made sense from the first date. I knew this was my wife, and it's actually why I'm sitting here tonight, truth be told. One of the ideas I was bouncing off her was, getting back into the podcast, and her eyes just lit up, and she was like, "You need to do it. You're so good at it. It was so much fun." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it. Let me see if I got one more in the tank." And awesomely enough, I do have one more in the tank. I have more seasons in the tank. We'll see where this goes. But you know what? I couldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. And honestly, I love her so very much. I am so excited that we have been together almost 4 years. And it's been great. Honestly, it's been absolutely lovely. Almost 4 years. Sorry, let me rephrase that. But yeah, it's amazing. I am so very happy. I love Married Life. Married Life is so wonderful. And honestly, she is the driving force for everything that I do. I am still acting today because of her. I actually just had an audition today, which is lovely. One thing that I did get to work on was Tales from the Territory and Dark Side of the Ring. I did a lot of stunt work for them, and that was a lot of fun because, again, I have a history in wrestling, and because of an injury, I couldn't wrestle anymore. But because of Dark Side of the Ring and Tales from the Territories, I get to do that again. I get to relive that dream that I've had as a child and be a wrestler, and it is so cool. So I just had an audition today for the new season of Dark Side of the Ring. So fingers crossed, guys. Pray for me. By the time you guys see this, I'll know if I got the role or not. But hey, at this moment, pray for me, please. I actually also do a lot of voice acting now. Because I have all this fancy recording equipment. I am now able to do voice recordings at home, and I am now a part of an amazing little cartoon called Every Day is Halloween. Season 1 is now fully available on YouTube. It's free. You guys can watch all of it. It is so much fun. I had a blast recording it. I am 4 characters in this series, and I got to work with an amazing voice cast for it. And now when we're getting into season 2, we've pretty much doubled the cast, and I am working with so many amazing actors. I am working with so many amazing new faces, and I am just so pumped for this. So yeah, if you get a chance, Every Day is Halloween on YouTube. Check it out. I will link it in the description. But it is, if you follow me on Instagram, it is david.thorn89. I have a little link in my bio. Click the link in bio. Promise you, it's not my OnlyFans. That doesn't exist. But if you click the link in bio, you'll see all the projects that I am currently doing. And there's a lot of really fun ones. I'm still working on Anthony and Ben. We've turned it into a full web series. We're working on a cartoon for Anthony and Ben right now, and I'm having a blast with that. We have an amazing artist. Our friend Edith is doing the art, and she is outstanding. I am so excited to see more and more of Anthony and Ben. Still working with Mark. I'm still working with the amazing Sydney. I still get to play the David Tenedict, who is the Professor Wen. And I am loving every minute. My face is on a shirt. And I get to be a pseudo Doctor Who. How cool is that? I love this. But yeah, also Limerence Effect. That as well is also on YouTube. So please watch that. Watch Anthony and Ben. Watch Every Day is Halloween. I promise you that this is not an advertisement for the projects I'm working on. It just worked out that way. And I'm sorry about that, guys. But hey, watch my shit that I'm in. It's awesome. So yes, what's gonna happen moving forward? Well, let's get down to the nitty and gritty for Fandom Frontier. So Fandom Frontier obviously is near and dear to my heart. Even when I wasn't doing it, I was thinking about doing Fandom Frontier. But so much has come about since I've started doing it, and so many people do this kind of format so much better than me. And you know what? That's okay. That's totally fine. That doesn't stop me from wanting to do it, because I love doing this. And that's the whole point, is do something because you love to do something. And that's why I'm here doing this, guys. I love to do the podcast. So we are going to, like I said with the mission statement, guys, we're going to keep things light, fun, political free, because we deal with enough of that shit daily. But this is just fun. And this is exactly what we're going to do. So moving forward, we are going to do one episode a month. I know, you're gonna miss this face so much. I know. But I don't want you sick of me just yet. So what we're gonna do is every month we are going to have a theme. Just like we did every other episode. But that theme will change. I'll post about it. If you guys have questions, obviously, DM me, slide into my DMs, or comment on our posts on Instagram or on the last YouTube video, and I'll make sure I address those in every episode. Because at the same time, guys, it's because of you that I do this stuff. And that's what matters, too. So, yes, every month we are going to do an episode. I have a little bit of an announcement to make because of that. For February, I'm actually going to be releasing 3 episodes. Three episodes. I swear I know my numbers. Not only am I going to be releasing a new episode for Fandom Frontier, theme is going to be revealed soon, but I'm going to be releasing 2 episodes that were unreleased from our original run of Fandom Frontier. And one of those, I'm very excited to announce, features Myers Corp cosplay, and the episode itself is entitled Cosplay. And I am so excited to release this. Mike deserves this. You deserve this. Mike is such a fantastic... If you haven't checked him out yet, check out Monday Night Nerd on the Myers Corp cosplay YouTube channel. The guy is incredible. Honestly, I am so proud of Mike. When I gave up Fandom Frontier, he started his podcast. I am a massive fan of him, and I am so proud of that guy for continuing on. And you know what? He is now 4 years into this, and he's still going strong. Every week he has a new episode out, and you know what? He has a blast doing it, which is why you do what you love. And yes, so again, I support Mike so much, and I'm so happy about that, but I'm so excited to release his episode finally. He deserves it, and you deserve it too. The second episode that we will be releasing is about thrill seeking. Now, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. I like to do fun shit. I like to do dangerous shit. One of those dangerous shits that I like to do, skydiving. And there's a whole piece on there about why everybody should go skydiving. And I don't mean to get all preachy and semi-pseudo-culty about it. Drink the Kool-Aid. But at the same time, guys, I love skydiving. I love anything where I have to sign a waiver. And my wife and I have done some really cool stuff when it comes to that. So that's why I'm really excited to talk about this. So guys, stay tuned. I'll have release dates for those, and I'm very, very excited to release those and finally release those. Again, this is from 4 years ago. These are unreleased episodes. I'm just re-editing now. It's going to take a while, but we'll get there. So yes, every month, new episode, new theme. Send me your questions, people. I will probably do a live episode eventually. Again, guys, a lot of YouTubers out there do live episodes, and they do it so well. Myers Corp cosplay is a prime example of that. And honestly, it's such a cool format. It's just not for me. It's just, I like having my stuff done, and I like to post it. And you know what? That works for me. Live has been a really weird thing that I never really dipped my toes into. I'm always a little nervous to do it. But you know what, guys? I think I will do a couple live episodes. I'll make sure I have a guest with me, too. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun for everybody at that point. So yeah, we'll do that, guys. I'm very excited. We have a lot of fun stuff planned for this year. We're going to get a lot of really, really cool stuff when it comes to acting, when it comes to the theme of the episodes, when it just comes to life itself, guys. But yeah, I'm so happy to be back. And again, this episode might be a lot shorter than the rest of them to come. And that's okay, because the other ones are going to probably be about an hour, hour and a half. That's right, guys. You read it. Book Club is back. Oh my God. I am so excited to bring Book Club back because, guys, I can tell you this right now. My biggest love is comics. Well, okay, my wife, then comics. There we go. I said it. But it's true. I love comics. I have been collecting comics since I was 8 years old. Now, here's the thing. This was one of my favorite parts of Fandom Frontier when we did the original run of it. Unfortunately, though, we had to cut it because, again, one of the biggest problems that we were running into is because it was a part of the episode itself, Devin had a hard time getting caught up on the reading, because when we would sit down and we would plan an episode, we would plan what book club we were doing. The episode would have a theme, and book club would have a corresponding theme too. And sometimes Devin fell behind in reading. Again, not to his discredit, life happens, and that's okay. But it was really hard to film an episode when he didn't have the book read, and I had my questions and he had his questions, and that was the thing. When I worked for a comic book store and he gave me stuff to read, no problem. That was my goddamn job. I could read whenever. But unfortunately, when the roles were reversed, Devin had a family. Devin had a really, really busy job. He really couldn't get caught up on the reading, and that's okay. That happens. That's no big deal. But now that I'm doing this show, we are definitely bringing back book club. So guys, for our first episode back to Fandom Frontier, for our very first book club back, I picked a very, very special comic to share with you guys tonight. And that comic is Wolverine, the Winter Soldier. You guys know me, I love a great Elseworld story, and this is no short of a prime example of that. So not only do you have Wolverine in the Weapon X program, but you have him as the goddamn Winter Soldier. How cool is that? The artwork in this book is absolutely outstanding, and honestly, the story represents some of the darkest passages from Wolverine's history combined into one grim, dark future with one of the best outcomes that I am not here to spoil for you guys. Honestly, guys, since they restarted this whole Ultimate Universe, I have been hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. And I am... Gosh, it's just so good. Ultimate Spider-Man, the original Ultimate Spider-Man, one of my favorite runs ever. And then they brought Ultimate Spider-Man back. So when I first saw that, and I saw that they were doing the Ultimate Avengers, I'm like, come on, X-Men. Y'all know me. I love my X-Men. But yes, as soon as they did the X-Men, and then I saw the Wolverine series, and he had that mask on, I'm just like, okay, let's see what you did there. I'm here for it. And I picked up the first issue, as I always do. I'll always pick up the first issue of every series, and if I like it, I'll continue reading it. So this was no short of an example of that. I picked up the first issue, and I fell in love with it instantly. Now, here's where the tricky thing is, and this is where Dave grew up. I had a choice. I could start collecting the single issues of it, or I could just wait till the comic book or the trade paper came out. I waited till the trade paper came out and bought the graphic novel. So that's what I did. And I gotta tell you, I was impatiently waiting for this comic to come out, guys. It was probably one of the most anticipated books for me. And it finally came out, and I was ecstatic, and it lived up to that expectation. For the first half of the story, you really do explore Wolverine as a Winter Soldier, and it's this really grim, dark world where Logan is used as a weapon, which is what he was supposed to be used for as Weapon X. But it's not the Canadian Weapon X, it's the Russian Weapon X, and you have Ileana, so magic, you have Omega Red, and then you also have, oh my god, Colossus. You have Colossus. You have these three as the leaders of basically Russia in this, and they are using Logan as their weapons deterrent. If there is an issue, they will send him out. And I got one of the best versions of Gambit I have seen in a long time. I did not realize I needed an eye patch wearing resistance leading Gambit, but yeah, we got a badass Gambit. We got one of the darkest versions of Cerebro I have ever seen in a book. Again, guys, no spoilers here. But one of the coolest things is, again, because Logan at this point has his mind wiped, and he's just referred to as the Winter Soldier. But that doesn't stay like that for very long. Someone, and I don't want to get into who, because if you are a diehard X-Men fan, you are going to love this twist, goes into Logan's mind and basically does a hard reset on the dude's mind. And god damn, it is so cool. Again, don't want to get into too much for spoilers. This is a must read of 2025 and of 2026 going into this year. If you are a comic book collector, I highly recommend picking this up. Go to your local comic book store. 2 places I would recommend here in Hamilton. Obviously, Big B Comics. Walter and I are always on good terms. Highly recommend Big B Comics. Another great little place is Nerdcore, right here in Hamilton on Ottawa Street. So yeah, guys, I know it was a quick little episode, but hey, this is just supposed to be an introduction back. And I promise you guys, moving forward, these episodes are going to get really meaty, really fast, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, guys, tune in once a month. It's going to be the last Thursday of every single month. Tune in, find out what we're chatting about. You're going to find, if you follow me on Instagram, again, David.Thorn89. I know, the most unoriginal Instagram handle, but you know what? It works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But yes, follow me there. I will always be posting updates about what's coming out, guys. And again, I want you guys to chime in. Comment on this video. Comment on my Instagram. Let's get the chat going. Let's get some questions, and I will always answer them before every episode, guys. And I'm so excited to be back. I keep saying it. I'm so excited to be back. But before we head out, guys, just a couple quick thanks to our sponsors. If you guys loved the music for the intro as well as the backtrack for this podcast, now check out Me For Real. He's got an amazing Spotify playlist, as well as his skills and animation are absolutely amazing. Click the links in the description below to check out to see what Me For Real is up to these days. Hey kids, Handsome Dave here from Fandom Frontier. Hey, do you like shirts like this? Or even like this? Or how about even this? Actually, I'm not even Gen X. I can just relate to the lifestyle. I'm gonna wear it. It's cool. Well, look no further. Check out Nerdcore right here in Hamilton on Ottawa Street. Nerdcore has all the answers for all your nerdy needs. Nerdcore is fully stocked and loaded to meet all those nerdy needs, with a massive variety of comics, both new and collectible, toys, clothing, and many more collectibles. It's hard not to complete any collection you've been working on the minute you walk in. Nerdcore also specializes in printed t-shirts, tote bags, ranging from your favorite fandoms, the most insane crossovers, and the most nostalgic throwbacks. Nerdcore is located at 21 Ottawa Street North in Hamilton, Ontario. Follow them at The Real Nerdcore Hamilton on Instagram. So, if you're looking for that perfect gift to blow the mind of a certain someone, or how about in the mood to treat yourself, Nerdcore, your neighborhood pop culture shop. Oh, I got chills because I'm so excited to say this one more time. The sun is getting low in the sky, so put away your dice, power down your consoles, and put away your swords. You've traveled far on your adventures, now rest your weary heads. Good night, folks, and I can't wait to see you again next month. Bye!